What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So a lot of you guys have been watching my iPhone comparisons, especially between the iPhone 11 and like certain older iPhones. And one that I saw that a lot of you guys liked was the iPhone 11 versus the iPhone 10. And so I think a lot of people got the impression that the 11 is just a far better phone, it's just the best phone in the world, this and that. And I even said in the later part of that video, like, okay, here are some reasons why the iPhone 10 might be the better phone in some cases. And I kind of want to compile those things and just make like a couple, couple minute video about why the iPhone 10 might be the better iPhone over the iPhone 11. Now between both of them, there's a lot of strong reasons why the iPhone 11 is the better phone. It's getting longer software updates, this and that. If you want an in-depth more comparison, go watch that comparison that I dropped on that. Just type in iPhone 11 versus iPhone 10 and my video is probably the first one. But instead of spending 15 minutes on a comparison, I'm just going to talk about why the iPhone 10 is the better iPhone over the iPhone 11. So first of all, the most apparent one is the screen, okay? The iPhone 11 screen is still an IPS panel. It's that like 828 resolution, which, it's getting better. It's growing on me for sure. With the 10R, it was kind of in the middle. I don't think it's a bad panel at all. I think Apple could definitely do a lot more with the resources that they have. But the iPhone 10's panel, even to this day, is still one of the best looking iPhone panels still. That's even up there with like the 10s Max, the 11 Pro Max. And it's mostly because of that design. The design didn't really change too much. If there was less notch or something like that on the 11 Pro or even the 11, then I would be like, okay, bet it's a better phone, and it's a better panel overall. But that's not the case. The screen, in my opinion, OLED will always overtake IPS panels, and in this case, the iPhone 10's panel is far better than the IPS panel on the iPhone 11. The next thing, the build quality, I feel like still the iPhone 10's build quality kind of feels a little bit better than the iPhone 11. I feel like the iPhone 10 literally almost feels exactly the same as the 10s, and even like the 10 feels kind of closer to the iPhone 11 Pro than the iPhone 11 does in terms of the feeling. One of the biggest things is that the chassis around the iPhone 11 feels very, very cheap in a way. It feels almost like the iPhone 6s Plus. That's the best way I could put it. It's like the 6s Plus but with the glass back. That's like the best way I can put it. And the iPhone 10 literally just feels like the iPhone 11 Pro, just without that matte texture on the back. And that's one of the biggest things. Of course you're probably going to put a case on it or whatever, but in my experience, when I'm feeling the iPhone 11 and I'm feeling the iPhone 10, the iPhone 10 does feel like the more premium phone between the two. Now if you saw that comparison that I dropped that one day, you will probably see that speed-wise, there's really not that big of a difference at all between the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 11. Now between them, I did see the iPhone 11 was the faster phone, but really it wasn't like it was excelling every single time and it was running circles around the iPhone 10. That definitely was not the case. The iPhone 10 was certainly still a very, very fast device. And I was honestly, at that time, I was expecting more from the iPhone 11, especially considering the fact that the iPhone 10, I had it for a minute, I had a bunch of apps loaded onto it. The iPhone 11 definitely was faster, but dude, it wasn't like if the iPhone 11 was a 10 out of 10, the iPhone 10 is like a 9 out of 10, maybe like an 8.5. But considering the age and considering where we're at now in phones and where we were back then, it's a pretty big feat for the iPhone 10 to still be as fast as it is. Now, price-wise, this is a lot of people's experience and opinion on why the iPhone 11 is better is because when the iPhone 10 came out, it was a $1,000 phone and the iPhone 11 is like a $699 phone. And yes, at that time and this time now, that's what the case was. But now the iPhone 10 base model, you can literally pick one up for like $350, dude. It's very cheap how expensive or how cheap the iPhone 10 is. The iPhone 10 is a very cheap phone overall to still pick up. The 64 gig model for the iPhone 11 is $699 versus the 64 gig model $350 on the iPhone 10. And that's from my experience. You might be seeing some that are more expensive, but for around $350 you can pick up an iPhone 10 and you're getting a huge value and increase in value on the iPhone 10 than the iPhone 11. And here's the other thing, the top tier storage models of both these phones are the same. There's the same 256 gigabytes. The iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max have that 512, but the 11 only goes up to 256, and it's the same exact thing with the iPhone 10. So that's a pretty big reason as to why some people, and that's actually one of the main reasons, is price. You would think that the iPhone 10 is going to be more expensive, not the case. The next reason I'm going to briefly hit on this, 3D Touch, Force Touch. I have my 11 Pro as my main phone, and I literally miss 3D Touch and Force Touch so much. I still don't even think haptic feedback is up there with it. After like long press this and that, every time I use my 10s Max or my 10 or whatever, I always reminisce. I'm like, oh my god, it's like instantaneous. Like in and it just feels like so premium. It feels so good. I still miss it. I'm probably not even going to talk about it that much anymore, but like it is what it is. I still miss it for sure. And the last reason, and probably the most important reason as of now in this day and age of why the iPhone 10 is the better iPhone than the iPhone 11, is the unpatchable jailbreak. Okay, it's one of the most amazing things ever. The iPhone 11 is not capable of being jailbroken as the iPhone 10 is right now. Eventually there will be a jailbreak probably for the iPhone 11, but the iPhone 10's jailbreak, dude, compared to the iPhone 11's when that comes out, you can be on any iOS version, you can be on whatever, and the iPhone 10 can still be jailbroken, which is amazing. Now, whether you do it or not, whether you want to jailbreak or you don't want to jailbreak, whatever the case is, at least you have that capability. At least you can be like, oh, if I want to do it, I can do it. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. And with the iPhone 10, at least you have that choice, you know what I mean? There's a lot of cool tweaks you can do with jailbreaking. There's a lot of cool experiences, and a jailbroken iPhone 10 is far better with the right amount of tweaks and everything than even an iPhone 11 Pro. In a lot of cases, there's a lot of cool little things you can do with a jailbroken phone. And with a jailbroken iPhone 10, you're getting that, design, you're getting that speed, you're getting that OLED display, you're getting so much in a phone versus an iPhone 11 that's not jailbroken. So those are just a couple reasons as to why I think the iPhone 11 might not be as great of a phone as the iPhone 10. Now, like I said, overall, I do think the iPhone 11, has a lot of strong things going for it. It's definitely faster than the 11. Battery life is better on the 11. Software support will be better on the iPhone 11. But the iPhone 10, dude, based off the reasons that I stated, there's some cool little things and tweaks that are going on with the iPhone 10 that might be a better deal overall than the iPhone 11. So that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it would mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.